Ever wonder what the secret to a long, happy marriage is? I mean, in a world where things change so fast, what does it take to build a love that lasts a lifetime? I was pondering this exact question when I had the incredible opportunity to sit down with John and Mary, a couple in their 90s who are about to celebrate their 65th wedding anniversary. Their story, full of simple truths and profound wisdom, completely changed my perspective. I want to share it with you today. I met them in their cozy little home, the air filled with the comforting scent of baked bread and old books. Photos from every decade of their life together lined the walls. There was a black and white picture of their wedding day, John looking dashing in his suit, Mary a picture of Grace in her simple white dress. Next to it, a faded color photo of them with their young children at the beach. Then another of them holding their first grandchild. It was like a living timeline of love. I started by asking the big question, what's the secret? John, with a twinkle in his eye, chuckled and took Mary's hand. He said, "Secret? There's no secret. It's just work, but it's the best work you'll ever do." Mary added, her voice soft but clear, "He's right. People today think love is just a feeling, a spark, and it is at the beginning. But feelings are like the weather. They come and go. You can't build a house on a feeling. You build it on a promise, on commitment." This was my first lesson. Love is a verb, not just a noun. It's an action, a daily choice. John explained it this way. Some days I'd wake up, and well, I wasn't feeling particularly romantic. Maybe I was tired, or we'd had a small disagreement the night before. But I'd still make her a cup of coffee, just the way she likes it. Because my love for her wasn't about how I felt in that single moment. It was about the commitment I made all those years ago. The small acts of service, day in and day out, they're the bricks you build your marriage with. Mary nodded in agreement. And it's about choosing to see the best in each other. Over 65 years, you see it all. The good, the bad, the grumpy mornings, the stressful days. It's easy to focus on the flaws, but that's a trap. I always chose to see the man I fell in love with. The kind, funny, hard-working man who would do anything for his family. And because I looked for that man, I always found him. This hit me hard. How often do we get caught up in small annoyances? The socks left on the floor, the cap not put back on the toothpaste. They taught me that a successful marriage is about perspective. It's about consciously choosing to zoom out and see the bigger picture, to focus on the qualities you admire rather than the habits that irritate you. Then John shared a story about one of the toughest times in their marriage. Early on, he lost his job, and they were struggling financially with 2 young kids. The stress was immense. He said, "I felt like a failure. I was angry at the world, and I was difficult to be around. I shut down." Mary picked up the story. "I was scared, but I knew that getting angry at him wouldn't help. He was already beating himself up. So one evening I sat down next to him on the sofa, and I didn't say a word. I just took his hand. We sat there in silence for a long time. Eventually he started talking. He told me all his fears. I just listened. I didn't try to fix it. I just let him know he wasn't alone in his struggle. We were a team. This is the power of being a team. It's not about having all the answers or fixing your partner's problems. It's about showing up. It's about being a safe harbor in a storm, a quiet presence that says, "I'm here with you, and we will get through this together." They weren't John versus his problem. They were John and Mary versus the problem. That shift in mindset is everything. Of course, I had to ask about arguments. 65 years is a long time not to disagree. John laughed loudly. "Oh, we've argued plenty of times, but we had a rule, never go to bed angry." It sounds like a cliche, but it's the best advice we ever got. Some nights we'd be up late, talking it out, tired and frustrated, but we always resolved it before we fell asleep. Mary added a crucial detail, and we learned how to apologize. A real apology. Not, "I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm sorry I hurt you. What I did was wrong." Taking responsibility is vital, and just as important is learning how to forgive. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It only hurts you and your marriage. Forgiveness. That's a tough one for many of us. But they framed it not as a gift to the other person, but as a gift to the relationship itself. Forgiving is what allows you to move forward, to wipe the slate clean and start fresh the next day. As our conversation wound down, I asked them what their favorite part of being married for so long was. "It's the shared history," she said. "It's having someone who knows you better than anyone else in the world. We have our own language, our own inside jokes. I can just look at him across a crowded room and know exactly what he's thinking. That kind of connection, you can't build that overnight. It takes a lifetime." John looked at Mary with so much love it almost took my breath away. He said, "For me, it's knowing I always have my best friend by my side. No matter what life throws at us, I know I'm not facing it alone. She's my anchor. She always has been." I left their home that day feeling like I'd been given a treasure map. The wisdom wasn't about grand romantic gestures or magical secrets. It was about the small, consistent, daily choices. It was about choosing commitment over fleeting feelings, choosing to be a team, choosing to see the best, choosing to forgive, and choosing to show up day after day. John and Mary's story is a beautiful reminder that a lasting love isn't something you find, it's something you build. It's built with the bricks of small kindnesses, the mortar of forgiveness, and the foundation of an unbreakable commitment. It's hard work, yes, but as they showed me, it's the most beautiful and rewarding work you'll ever do. Thank you for watching and letting me share this incredible story with you. If their wisdom resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire. See you in the next video.